Justine, you're producer of the film Solstice, which has just won the IOSH Risk Assessment Award here at the NFTS screening. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What were the biggest sort of health and safety issues that you came across with the production?
I think it was just really the kind of size of crew in a very tricky location, shooting in Glencoe, which is in the Highlands of Scotland. And it's just there, it's very difficult to shoot up there because there are no resources. It's difficult to service a film in that kind of locations, and we had really terrible weather, as you might expect, on the west coast of Scotland. So that was quite hard, and we were dealing with water, uneven ground, lots of young people dancing around. We were trying to create a sense of a party and trying to do that as safely as possible, which was quite tricky. But we were also in a fish factory, or in an ice factory, which we had to recreate as a fish factory, including... as they were saying about, we're not gutting a fish, but we had to create the scene where they take the eggs, remove the eggs from a salmon.
So
make it look authentic.
So not something you'd ever done before then?
Nothing I'd ever done before. But it was good. We went to a working hatchery and really interrogated them about what they did and how they did it, and just to give it some authenticity.
How much preparation goes into the production side when it comes to health and safety and planning the shoot compared to the actual shoot itself?
Lots. I mean, we had quite a number of locations. We were shooting on a bridge, we were shooting in the Highlands, in a factory, we were shooting with kids, so we did quite a few recce's, one large kind of health and safety recce with tutors from the school and all the heads of department from our crew, and taking people up to Scotland to go through everything really rigorously, and talk through as much as possible, and you try and storyboard as much as possible so that you know exactly what you need to do, and you can identify the problems hopefully a long time before they happen. But as the weather's so changeable, we had to be really flexible, so I think the preparation is, okay, what's plan A, what's plan B, what's plan C.
So there was a certain amount of, well, we can't do this, so let's just move on to the next thing.
Kind of, yes, yeah. And lots of talking on the morning. Okay, what have we got? And how's it going to work today? Because it's absolutely chucking it down with rain, or we can't see anything because the clouds are hanging so low, or it's so foggy, or we're in this location and we have to reshoot 7 scenes from yesterday because something happened with a roll of film. It's a constant talking and being reactive all the time. But so it was good. I think we were all kind of working as a team, so that was, it was good. It worked well.
How do you see the role as producer working with the director to obviously achieve what they want to do creatively, but still rein it in and make sure you can do it practically and keeping people safe at the same time?
I mean, it was easy with David because we spent a lot of time at each location. I mean, the hardest ones were obviously in Glencoe, where it's tidal, and so we just spent a long time working out where the water was going to be at any one given time of day, when we thought we would need to shoot, looked at his ideal areas for shooting, and then said, okay, so that's really not going to work. Where can we make this? Where can we give you the same feel that you're happy with? But we just talked it through in advance, and he was really good about knowing what the restrictions were and working with those. That was good. And we had campers there as well, who we had to ask to move, and they were quite flexible too.
So lots of unexpected things then happening on the shoot.
Yeah, I mean, we changed the location when we were at the beginning of the film. We had a guy who plays a fish farmer who pretends to shoot a seal, and we changed that location the night before. But at that point, I had a really good relationship with the guy at the council, so he knew what we were doing, and we had lots of people who were kind of expert or worked in that area, and worked in that industry, so they were helping us. I think that's just that's the key, isn't it? Just making sure there are constantly people around who know what they're doing all the time and can step in and just say, this is going to work or that's not going to work. And everybody knows in advance they've got to be really super flexible.
So thinking about your future career as a producer, is there anything that you wouldn't want to tackle because you think, oh my God, how on earth could we make that happen and keep everybody safe at the same time?
I'd really think twice about shooting in the Highlands. And weirdly, it's not because you can't make it safe. It's just because it's such a tricky location to service. And you want to be able to think about the story and what you're shooting and the drama, and not about those kinds of problems. But I mean, it's just spectacular. So all the heartache feels it felt worth it, worth every kind of bead of sweat.
Worth to see it on the big screen as well and hear everybody clap at the end.
Yeah, really, it's such a high, isn't it? That gives you such a buzz. But I do remember speaking to a number of people who said, where are you shooting? And we said in the Highlands, and they said, you are joking.
So lesson learned.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time.
Pleasure. Thank you.
There you go, congratulations. Cool. Give her a big hand.